Welcome to Violet Light Tarot. This is the weekly reading for August 17 to the 23rd. Welcome to everyone for this particular week of August. How has your August been so far? We're going to do a pick a card reading for this particular week as we usually do. And I'm just going to go through the astrology really quick for this particular week. It's quite a busy week. So first of all, congrats on making it through the hard half of August. I'm filming this on the 16th, so we've officially made it to the halfway point, and we're kind of in the smooth sailing end of August at this particular time. With Venus where she is right now, we're basically in the midst of an adaptable and changeable system. So what we're doing is we're figuring out as a collective how best to adapt to all the changes that have been occurring throughout not just the past 2 weeks, but throughout our time and just sort of our own personalized version of a new normal, as it were. Don't forget also at the end of this week, I'll get a little bit more into it as well, but we have Virgo season starting, and happy birthday to all Virgo. So this is going to be the best time to start figuring out what your plans may be for however long you like to plan ahead, whether it's 1 month, 3 months, to the end of the year, whatever that looks like for you. This is a really good time to start doing that. It's really all about productivity in the Virgo season. But first, before we get that far, on Tuesday, which is the 18th, we do have the new moon in Leo, and that's happening officially at 10:41 p.m. Eastern time. So basically that new moon in Leo is all about creativity. It's about using our energies and how we're using our energies. It's a great time to manifest creative projects, etc. as well. And we still have Mars in Aries at this particular time, so it's very good for focusing on self-expression, your willpower, stamina, and just ways to release any kind of pent-up emotion that you've been feeling, especially with everything going on lately. The following day, though, on the Wednesday, the 19th, Mercury is actually going to enter Virgo. Now, Virgo happens to be one of the signs that Mercury actually rules, so this is going to heighten everything that Virgo has to offer. So it's going to heighten our intellect, it's going to make us a little bit sharper, it's going to make us a little bit more quick-witted, which is awesome, and it's just going to make us sort of faster and more productive, as I said, with all that planning stage. Don't forget, though, that sometimes that the downside to being quick-witted and being productive intellectually is also can be at times overthinking. So if you are prone to overthinking, or if you find yourself heading in that direction, a good way to kind of get around it sometimes, if you're able to do it, is to focus more on those projects. So remember I mentioned about planning for your upcoming months or whatever your scheduled goals seem to be. So that can be a focus for you if you're feeling that need to overthink, or that overthinking sort of hamster wheel starting up for you. We do also have on the 22nd, as I mentioned, which is going to be Saturday, it's the Virgo season is actually beginning on that day. So thankfully it's bringing us into a more grounded energy. We love Leo, we love the outgoingness of it, we love the adventure, we love all the fire and excitement. But now we need a chance to breathe. So we're getting into a little bit more of a grounded and introspective state with Virgo. And this is going to be a great time, as I mentioned, to motivate you to, actually all of us, not just you, myself included, any kind of self-improvement projects. So this is a great time, and it's funny because you notice it when you're doing it, that everything seems to happen, just before, quote unquote, the school year starts. You're like, oh, I need a new routine, I need a new, fitness thing, and you don't really realize, but what it really is it's kind of that Virgo season motivation that kicks in for self-improvement. So projects, life balancing with all the new schedules, exercise, dietary needs, daily routines, morning routines, night routines, all that kind of stuff. Be aware, though, that sometimes that with all this going on, and especially with the heightened intellectual aspect as well that can come into this, there is a potential for the possibility of perfectionism being a downside right now. So please remember to breathe through when you're making your routines and you're starting out on your routines. If I find especially new routines are very much like New Year's resolutions. I personally don't make New Year's resolutions after so many times of it just not working out. I stopped doing it. I still make plans, but I just don't call them resolutions, and it seems to work out a little better. Breathe through. So if you happen to falter, you're going great that first week, you're doing that morning routine, and then one time you hit the snooze alarm like on a Wednesday, and you're like, oh, that's it, it's broken. Don't beat yourself up. Pull away from that perfectionism. Remember, this is a new routine to you. It's a new thing you're trying out, and just breathe through it. Remind yourself you're human, and try again the next morning. Or alter it if you need to alter it, because it's not quite working for you just this time. So yeah, that's our week as far as the astrology is concerned. So let's go ahead and check out our cards and see what our choices are as far as the tarot and oracle are concerned. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Now, interestingly enough, all three of these piles, or the cards for the crystals, are all pink. So it's a heart chakra kind of time at this time, no matter what pile you pick, which is absolutely amazing. We have, first off for pile 1, we have, I need to pronounce this, Anandalite with the number 25. For pile number 2, we have Trigonic Quartz, and that's the number 23. And for pile number 3, we have Rainbow Mayanite, which is the number 22. So take your time. If you're new to pick a cards, or you're kind of not sure what's going on in this particular second, somewhere within these piles is a message for you about what's going to happen for you this particular coming week. If for whatever reason you're not able to pick one pile, that's perfectly fine, not a problem. You are more than welcome to join in for more than one pile. You can stay and hang out for the whole video if you want. That is awesome. Love when people do that. If you do want to pick just one pile, that's cool. And you can pick, like I said, between the numbers 1, 2, 3, whichever crystal kind of catches your eye, the names that I mentioned, and also for those who prefer it, I'm just going to do a really quick, I like to call it a meditation. It's classified as a meditation. It's just sort of a zoning in kind of thing on your pile. So if you want to go ahead and sit back for a moment, relax and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale slowly. And open your eyes slowly. Now the idea is that whichever pile you were drawn to when you opened your eyes, that is the intended pile for you. Thank you so much for joining. It's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I will see you in your pile. Welcome, Pile 1. This is your reading for the week of the 17th to the 23rd. You picked either the first pile or the Anandalite, which is the crystal of cosmic consciousness. Sorry, I was just like, what was it again? No, it was 2 C's. Cosmic consciousness. Yeah, so basically it's kind of like really letting you know that enlightenment is basically yours for the taking at this particular time, which is wonderful, especially, like I said, with the Virgo season right now, and just that coming into our more intellectual, more quick-witted side. This is absolutely a perfect pile. Wonderfully chosen. So we're going to go through. I'm going to lay out the cards, and we'll see what's going on for you this particular week, Pile 1. So we have here the King of Pentacles. So mastery within your 3D realm, your finances, your home life, your career. You're very much in your element this particular week. You also have an Ace of Cups, wonderful, for those who are looking for any kind of romantic something or other. Now it could be somebody new coming in, a new offer, a new venture, a new something. It can also be an up, like a leveling up of whatever your current situation is with someone, which is wonderful. If you aren't looking for quote unquote love at this particular time, it can also just be an affectionate offer, so it could be a new friend that you're meeting up with. We also have the Temperance cards, so that is the card of patience. Also, that could refer to any kind of Sagittarians either watching this, welcome Sagittarians, or anybody who is dealing with a Sagittarian at this particular time. It's just asking that being patient with yourself is wonderful for this particular week. And remember how I mentioned before about with regard to the new schedules, the new routines, just being careful of perfectionism, being careful of overthinking, just really having patience with yourself for this particular week is going to be a real goal I'm seeing for you as well. We also have Align Your Life, and underneath it says, what is not aligned or needs to change? We have Break Free, and underneath it says, try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn, which is wonderful. That actually may be where you're going to meet that new person or whatever it is, friendship or what have you. And remember, again, starting new things, being patient with yourself, and maybe whatever's not aligning with you, you're starting something different that's going to work out better for you as well. You do have an action card as well, which has the number 17 above it. This is very much reminding me of the Chariot card. So you've got the two horses of opposing color, and they're running through the field by themselves. So you obviously don't have a chariot, but you do have that sense of motion, that sense of taking action with your life, and where do you want it to go, and breaking free from any kind of patterns that don't fit where it is you're headed. And we also have the Warrior, which is awesome, absolutely awesome to see, and that has the number 2 above it. Now, this is interesting. I'm just going to throw this out for you guys. You have the 1 and the 7 makes an 8, and a 2 makes a 10. So a 10 is a completion, and break it down further to a 1, it's a new beginning. So it could be a new beginning for you, and again, with breaking free and trying new things. You're very much in your power too, so your confidence is going to be heightened, which is wonderful. And you're going to feel within your element as well when you're doing these new things as well. Your Shadow card, which tells what you're going through as far as any kind of concerns or underlying, maybe, I don't want to say fears necessarily, but any kind of discomfort you may be having, or sort of negative thoughts or negative energies that are with you right now, is Scotty with Atonement. So I see this as you really dealing at this particular time with regard to what maybe what had come before. So you're really in your element in your 3D life, in your physical life. You're really going for it. You've got everything lined up as far as that's concerned. But I don't see anything here with regard to any kind of excitement or passion for anything. We have breaking free and trying new things. We have letting go of what's misaligned for you at this particular time. But we don't have any wands to tell us that you're excited right now about something new. So I'm thinking that this is one of those times where you're going to try out new things and maybe get excited about them after the fact. I think that excitement for you, or that interest for you, is going to come as you're trying out these new endeavors and trying out these new things. The Atonement really for me is really internal for you, and it's speaking to something from the past maybe, and this is why you've got that new start in something emotional with regard to friendships, and maybe you've been pulling away from people and you're feeling a little bit negative about that fact. But the idea right now is Spirit is literally saying, no, keep going, keep aligning with your life. Don't align with other people. Don't become, as they say, don't become an extra or a bit player in someone else's movie. Become your own star in your own story. And right now you're being asked to break free of other people's stories and really come into your story, which I'm just hearing this now. The action is literally, I'm hearing it as a director yelling action on a set of a movie. So this is your time for your own movie to really kickstart and to really do what you are supposed to be meant to do at this particular time, which is amazing. This has been a really short reading, number pile 1, but I'm really feeling that this is very, very straightforward, very, very specific to what your needs are, and I'm not seeing anything other than, and I'm not hearing anything outside of that other than what we've already mentioned. So remember that this was a collective reading, so if you have any need for anything more specific to you personally, please go to the description below and check out the link for purchasing your own individual reading is there. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and have a really wonderful week. It's been wonderful reading for you. Thank you. It's been an honor. And this is such a positive week for you. It's going to be wonderful. Thank you again. Bye for now. Welcome, Pile 2, to your reading. This is you for the 17th to the 23rd of August. And this is for the pile that picked the Trigonic Quartz, or the number 23. So the thing to note about the Trigonic Quartz, of course, is that it's basically a soul stone, pretty much. So it's reminding you that basically you already have everything that you need for your well-being. It's within you to just kind of bring out or to access. So this is probably a good time if you're into it. If you haven't started meditating or were considering starting meditating, this is probably a wonderful time to do that. And just kind of be honest with yourself as to where you're at and where you want to go as far as this particular week is concerned, and with those plans that we're making with the new Virgo season coming. So let's find out what the tarot and oracle cards are for you for this week, pile 2. We're starting out with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 7 of Cups, the Hangman in reverse, Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. Treasure Chest. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. That's awesome. You have Attachment with the number 5. Choices with the number 46. And your shadow card for this week, pile 2, so any kind of concerns, underlying issues you may be experiencing, we have Sheila Nagig with Desperation. There we go. So pile 2, what I'm seeing is that there's been a bit of a delay with regard to something to do with your home life. You were maybe looking at some kind of, maybe literally your home life, so any kind of home renovations or a sale of a home that's been delayed, renovations that aren't quite going as planned, as renovations usually do. You're coming up with a lot of options, though, a lot of choices, and I really feel that instead of it being an outside force, it may be that you're delayed because you're having so many choices to choose. If it is something to do with some kind of renovation, it's possible that the people who are doing it, the contractors, have asked you, well, do you want your, whatever it happens to be, I'm just going with an example, do you want your kitchen to be blue or this color blue or yellow or what have you. And because you're having so many choices, you become a little bit in your head as to what do you really want, because this is a big decision, and it's something that's going to be semi-permanent, or permanent as far as as long as you're living in the home, possibly for the rest of your time there. And it's not that you're, as you have the Hangman in reverse, I'm really seeing that it's not that you're stuck in any way. It's just that with all the choices, you're really trying to make that decision. It's just you're going, well, I don't know, do I really want this or do I really want this? And what happens, what if I don't like it in 5 years? It's kind of like, what do I do? So think about what you're looking for. Remember that you are currently the oracle as you're being told right now, and that you have that abundance that's coming toward you. So I see that in this respect as being an abundance of, it's like a download that you're receiving with regard to insight. So you will be able to make that choice. You will be able to turn things around and make it truly a successful time right now for you. For those of you who are looking for a job and you've gotten offers from different places, or you're trying to decide what kind of place, and really looking through the want ads, or do you go with LinkedIn or Indeed, or whatever your options are for placing your resume. And again, it's not that you're stuck, or it's not that you're having an inaction because you're unable to move. It's literally because you're wanting to move forward. It's just you have so many choices, you're not sure which direction to move forward in, to make what you deem that choice. And remember when we were doing the astrology at the beginning during the intro, I spoke of perfection and being very careful of perfectionism, especially with the Virgo season coming up. And what I'm seeing is that that's kind of where you're stuck right now. You're stuck in that point of, I want it to be perfect. And really what you need to kind of pull back, realize that whatever it is the choice you're making from where you are now. It's perfect for who you are now. And that's all that really is, all that matters. Anybody coming into your home who sees your kitchen and goes, I wouldn't have painted it that color. Yeah, well, you don't live here. Oh, I wouldn't have chosen that place to put my resume because, and then, yeah, okay, whatever, buddy. And, you weren't here. My favorite thing to tell people when they try to tell me things like that is, you weren't here when I was trying to make that decision. So whatever, Alternately, if you have people in your ear telling you a certain thing and then it doesn't go to their satisfaction, again, same thing. It's like, yeah, well, you asked for their opinion. They either wouldn't give it or gave you an alternate opinion. And because it didn't work out a certain way or what have you, I'm just going through this because I'm hearing that I need to tell somebody this. The idea really is that the choices you make right now have to be made for you. You are literally your own oracle. You are running your own life right now. You are like pretty much the master or mistress of your own existence. And the choices that you're making have to be right for who you are. It doesn't matter what other people are saying. It doesn't matter what other people may say in the future or may deem whatever they deem appropriate. It's what you are doing, your choices, and your attachment. And again, the attachment card right here, your attachment to yourself. It's not your attachment to an option. It's your attachment to who you are as opposed to who somebody else sees you as. What I'm seeing and why I feel like I'm speaking really fast and why I'm going through this a little bit faster than I normally would for you is I'm really seeing that shadow card for you this week, pile 2, that desperation is really coming through in me right now as well, in like a desperate need to convey to you that it's okay to be who you are. And the feeling that you're having right now with regard to desperation is possibly you feel almost, you're not in a hangman state, you aren't aren't stuck in any way, but you feel like you are, and you're desperate to make that choice out of all the options that are coming to you, and you're really feeling that need, but what you're not seeing is that you have everything, that you literally have everything you need to make the decisions, to form the attachment with your own self. Remember, you have the soul card, so you have that ability to tap into your own needs, tap into your own soul, tap into your own state of oracleness, and really make the choices that are fitting for you right now. You can do this, Pile 2. I have no doubt, I have absolutely all faith in you that you will be able to make whatever decision, whatever choice, you will make the right one for you at this time, and that is all that truly matters right now. That, Pile 2, is the message that I have for you for the week of the 17th to the 23rd. Thank you so much for allowing me to read this for you. It's been an honor, and I'm hoping that it's been meaningful to you. I'm hoping that it's helped you in some way. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you again in another reading. Bye for now. Welcome to your reading, Pile 3. This is for you for the 17th to the 23rd. Thank you so much for joining. This is for those of you who picked the Rainbow Mayanite, or the number 22. Again, please note that that is a pink border on there, so this is something to do with opening or activating your heart chakra in some way this week is going to be very important to you as well. The Mayanite, Rainbow Mayanite specifically, it's kind of the rainbow bridge. It's basically a connecting gateway for you between your soul, your true pathway, your 3D or 5D self. It's kind of letting you know that you're in tune right now to an insane amount of possibilities, because the actual mythology of the Rainbow Bridge talks about going between varying realms, between varying places within, I don't even know, it's not even within the universe, it's within a dimensional portal of types. And just, you have that ability right now. You're pretty much on the on-ramp, and you can go in any direction you want to go. You can get off at any exit you want to get off. You are literally free to roam right now, which is amazing. So let's find out what the Oracle and Tarot cards have for you for this particular week, Pile 3. We're starting out with the 10 of Cups. I mean, can we get any better than that? Again, with the rainbow on the top, the 10 of Cups is the ultimate fulfillment with regard to emotions, with regard to family or relationships and caring. It's really that be-all, end-all with regard to friendships, soul families. You really, really have finally found the people that you were meant to be with, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. If you haven't found them yet, or if you're feeling like, what are you talking about? Two options. One, this pile is not your pile specifically. And it could be that you were meant to, or you may have felt a little bit drawn to Pile 1 or Pile 2. Alternately, this week you're actually going to be meeting people that are part of that family that you were meant to be with. You have also the 6 of Cups in reverse. So again, this tells me that it's not, the 6 of Cups upright speaks of nostalgia. It speaks of the return of an ex, of old friends, of something from the past. This is something brand new. This is something that has nothing to do with the return of anything. It has nothing to do with old feelings. This is new. This is wonderful. This is the whole package as you've always wanted it, is what you have for this particular week. You have the 7 of Swords, which speaks of thievery and deceit. What I'm seeing, though, is that that's actually your internal. I'm going to wait until we get to your shadow card, because I really think that has something more to do with an underlying fear as opposed to an actual happenstance. You have Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So really getting out this week, putting your bare feet on the grass kind of thing. You're being helped, which is awesome. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you even if you don't see results. Now, again, with this channel, we don't adhere to specific labels or individual faiths specifically. If what you believe in, heaven works for you, great, awesome, go ahead. If it doesn't, you can change heaven to universe, spirit, Valhalla, whatever your chosen terminology happens to be. We also have caring connections, and that's the number 14. So again, caring connections moving together with the 10 of Cups. We have trapped with the number 34. And I'm going to look at these a little bit more closely. What we'd like to do right now is I want to see what your shadow card is. Your shadow card tells of any kind of underlying issues, concerns that may be concerning you. I was going to use a different word, but that word in today's context just wouldn't work for anybody. So yeah, let's see what the actual card is. It's Sekhmet with empowerment. Okay, so I can see where we're going with this. Okay, so the empowerment card really brings out what this Seven of Swords and what the trapped card really tells me. The Seven of Swords and the trapped card, which really is speaking to like almost an Eight of Swords and feeling of being trapped as opposed to an actual instance of being trapped. The empowerment card as your shadow card, I'm seeing at least for one of you, it could be something that a lot of you are going through that you may be in an instance right now that you are not familiar with, and what I'm saying is that you are not used to being quote-unquote this happy. Pile 3, I think that right now you are on the verge of, you're on a precipice, you're on that rainbow bridge that we spoke of with regard to the crystal card, in that you are currently literally on a bridge of, do you continue to keep going forward with regard to where you're headed, which is a wonderful space, which is the 10 of Cups. It's the help that you're receiving. It's the fact that you are grounded. You're getting that wonderful connection. You're having that life that you have always wanted is literally on the other side of that bridge. However, you have right now in that overthinking stage. Remember during the astrology talk earlier, we mentioned and spoke of the idea of overthinking for this particular week because of what's going on with Virgo and with all of the alignments and everything, and with Mercury coming into Virgo. And right now you're sitting with a little bit of an overthink possibility, and it could be ramping up a little bit for you this week. And the empowerment as an underlying shadow is not something to be to be seen as negative. What it is you feel that if you were to go forward right now, you have this sort of this voice that's telling you that yes, I have everything I want, but why do I have everything I want? Why is everything going so well? If I continue with this, am I going to quote unquote lose myself? And this wonderful connection you found with this particular person or this particular group of people, you're seeing it as the wonderful thing that it is, which is great, but also some part of you, the shadow part of you, is seeing it as losing that empowerment you have. You see it as losing some sense of yourself, and it's not a nostalgia for something in the past, and that's why the card is in reverse. It's you literally worrying right now about losing yourself in gaining this connection. You're feeling trapped at this particular time in the fact that you're in your head a lot about why is everything so perfect. And some part of you, now you are absolutely worthy of all love and everything that goes with it. But depending on how you were treated, how you were raised, how you've been treated by others, how you view yourself, sometimes when you get something that's so wonderful, that's so literally what you absolutely deserve, you're like, whoa, hang on, where did this come from? This can't be me. I'm not, I'm not part of this. This person obviously has this wrong. I can't, no, not happening. And that's where you are right now. I'm really seeing that as you are, it's almost like your ego is trying to keep you safe, which is what the ego does in the overthinking stages. And what it is it's basically telling you all of this wonderful stuff is great, but it's you're getting into this connection. You're becoming one part of a greater machine. You're becoming one part of, it's either a couple or a family or a friend group or whatever it happens to be for you. And you feel somewhere in the back of your mind that you're going to lose your sense of power, you're going to lose your sense of individuality, that you are going to feel trapped. Eventually you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, ugh, why am I even here? That's where this Seven of Swords is coming in. It's your internal struggle. Your ego, unfortunately, is shooting you in the foot right now. Literally. It is telling you that you somehow don't deserve this, that this is somehow not for you, when if you just tell it to shut up, honestly, tell it to go away, because you need to get grounded. You need to get out, walk, get out of your head, get out of your headspace, go out for a walk, get out into nature, really feel what you truly are feeling. Never mind what you're thinking, feel what you're feeling with regard to this person, these people, this particular situation. You are being helped right now, and you're being guided right now to make the ultimate choice. And I honestly feel, and I'm honestly hearing for you, that right choice is to just keep moving across that bridge, keep going forward into that wonderful state that you are so worthy of and so ready for. This negative talk is just, it's your ego keeping you safe. It's trying to keep you in a comfort zone that you've been in for so long, and you need to break out of it. You need to pull out of that right now. Start that new life with those people. Start being in that power of that new existence. Please say yes to them. Please say yes to this wonderful love that's being offered to you. This pile 3 is what I have for you for this week of the 17th to the 23rd. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. It has been an honor. This has been such a powerful moment. I'm sorry, sometimes I go through moments after I do a reading like this, and I just need to just pause and regroup within myself as well. But yeah, this has been an amazing reading. Please have a wonderful week. Please, again, feel rather than think this week through. Feel how these people make you feel. Feel the love and the connection that's there. Feel how positive that is. And please make that choice based on that. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you for another reading. Bye for now.